Welcome to Psyche and Soul with Marcus. Today we will examine what gaslighting is and how it affects its victims. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation. It's a way to control someone by making them doubt their own sanity. You start to question your own thoughts, memories, and feelings. This confusion and self-doubt are exactly what the gaslighter wants. They thrive on your uncertainty. Imagine someone denying something they said or did. You know they did it, but they insist you're wrong. They might even accuse you of being crazy or imagining things. Over time, these denials and accusations chip away at your confidence. Gaslighting is a serious form of emotional abuse. It can happen in any relationship, romantic, familial, or even professional. The goal is always the same: to gain power and control over the other person. Gaslighting can have long-term effects on your mental health. If you think you're being gaslighted, it's crucial to seek help. The term gaslighting comes from a 1938 play called Gaslight. In the play, a husband manipulates his wife into believing she's going insane. He dims the gaslights in their home and then denies that anything is different. This makes the wife doubt her own perceptions. The play was adapted into a film in 1944, further popularizing the term gaslighting. Today, gaslighting is widely used to describe this specific type of abuse. While the term originated in the mid-20th century, the manipulative tactics it describes have existed for much longer. From political propaganda to religious indoctrination, the underlying principle remains the same: to sow seeds of doubt and undermine a person's sense of reality. Understanding the historical context of gaslighting is important. By recognizing the patterns and tactics of gaslighting, we can better protect ourselves and others from its harmful effects. Narcissists have a deep-seated need for control. They crave admiration and validation from others. This need stems from a place of insecurity and a fragile sense of self-worth. To compensate for these inner vulnerabilities, narcissists seek to control their environment and the people around them. They believe they are superior to others and deserve special treatment. Any challenge to their authority or perception of self is met with resistance and hostility. Imagine a puppeteer controlling their puppets. That's how a narcissist views their relationships. They pull the strings, and others are expected to dance to their tune. Narcissists may use charm and flattery to get their way, or they might resort to threats and intimidation to maintain dominance. Their world is a stage, and they are the star performers. Gaslighting is a powerful tool in the narcissist's arsenal of manipulation. It allows them to undermine your reality and replace it with their own. By making you doubt your perceptions, memories, and sanity, they weaken your ability to challenge their control. Imagine a magician making an object disappear. You know it was there a moment ago, but now it's gone. The narcissist's denials, contradictions, and misdirection act as smoke and mirrors, distorting your perception of reality. They make you question what you saw, heard, or experienced. Over time, this constant questioning can erode your confidence and make you dependent on the narcissist for validation. This dependence is exactly what the narcissist seeks. By making you doubt yourself, they solidify their position of power. Gaslighting helps narcissists maintain the illusion of power and control in their relationships. By keeping you off balance and questioning your own sanity, they ensure that you are less likely to expose their true nature or challenge their behavior. Imagine a house of cards carefully constructed by the narcissist. It represents their carefully crafted persona, their version of reality where they are always right, always in control, and always the victim. Any attempt to point out inconsistencies or challenge their narrative is seen as a threat to this fragile structure. By making you doubt yourself, they protect their own ego from the painful truth of their own flaws and shortcomings. Imagine this. You remember your partner agreeing to meet for dinner at 7 p.m. You arrive excited, but they're nowhere to be found. An hour passes and you're worried. They saunter in, acting as if nothing is wrong. They deny ever agreeing to meet at 7 p.m. You must be mistaken, they say. This is classic gaslighting. When confronted with their manipulative behavior, narcissists rarely take responsibility. Instead, they excel at shifting the focus away from their actions and onto something else entirely. This misdirection serves as a smokescreen, diverting attention from their guilt and keeping you off balance. Imagine you've discovered your partner has been secretly spending money from your joint account. When you try to discuss it calmly, they immediately launch into a tirade about how stressed they are at work and how ungrateful you are for all their hard work. Suddenly, the issue is no longer their irresponsible spending, but your supposed lack of appreciation. Another tactic is trivialization. The narcissist downplays your feelings and concerns, making them seem insignificant or silly. If you express hurt or anger, they might accuse you of overreacting or being too sensitive. This constant invalidation can make you question the legitimacy of your own emotions. Projection and blame shifting. Avoiding responsibility. One of the most insidious tactics employed by narcissists is projection. Unable to acknowledge their own flaws and insecurities, they project these negative qualities onto you. They accuse you of being selfish, manipulative, or even abusive, the very behaviors they themselves are guilty of. Imagine you're in a relationship with a narcissist who is constantly flirting with other people. When you try to address their behavior, they turn the tables on you, accusing you of being jealous and insecure. Blame shifting goes hand in hand with projection. The narcissist refuses to accept responsibility for their mistakes or hurtful actions. Instead, they find someone or something else to blame. This constant blame shifting creates a toxic dynamic where you are always the problem. Isolating and alienating. Eroding your support system. Narcissists thrive on control, and that includes controlling who you interact with. They may subtly, or not so subtly, discourage you from spending time with friends and family who might see through their facade. They might make snide remarks about your loved ones, sow seeds of doubt about their intentions, or even fabricate stories to turn you against them. Imagine your partner constantly criticizing your best friend, questioning their loyalty, and making excuses for you to cancel plans. Over time, these negative suggestions can take root in your mind, creating distance between you and your support network. This isolation serves a dual purpose for the narcissist. It makes you more dependent on them for emotional support and validation. The erosion of self-trust. Gaslighting chips away at your sense of self, like waves eroding a once solid coastline. You begin to question your own judgment, your memories, and even your sanity. What you once knew to be true about yourself and the world around you becomes shrouded in doubt. This erosion of self-trust is one of the most insidious effects of gaslighting. You start to second guess yourself constantly. You wonder if you are overreacting, being too sensitive, or imagining things that aren't real. This self-doubt can seep into every aspect of your life, from your personal relationships to your professional endeavors. Decision-making becomes a minefield. You fear making the wrong choice, paralyzed by the thought that you might misinterpret the situation or make a fool of yourself. Living under the constant barrage of gaslighting takes a severe toll on your emotional well-being. You experience a roller coaster of emotions: confusion, self-doubt, anxiety, anger, guilt, and despair, often cycling through them rapidly and unpredictably. One moment, you might feel confident and capable, only to be plunged into a pit of self-recrimination the next. The gaslighter's words and actions become a minefield, each interaction fraught with the potential for emotional upheaval. This emotional instability can manifest in various ways. You might experience sudden mood swings, lashing out at loved ones one minute and withdrawing into yourself the next. You might struggle to concentrate, plagued by racing thoughts and an inability to quiet your mind. Prolonged exposure to gaslighting can have devastating long-term effects on your mental health. The constant self-doubt and emotional abuse can chip away at your sense of self-worth, leaving you feeling broken, diminished, and utterly alone. Anxiety and depression are common consequences. The constant stress of living in a distorted reality takes its toll, leaving you feeling overwhelmed, hopeless, and unable to cope. In severe cases, gaslighting can lead to post-traumatic stress disorder, particularly if the abuse has been prolonged and intense. You might experience flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts that keep you trapped in a cycle of fear and anxiety. The damage inflicted by gaslighting can extend far beyond the confines of the abusive relationship. Gaslighting is a dangerous form of manipulation that can devastate your mental and emotional well-being. Understand the tactics gaslighters use to protect yourself. Key elements include their need for control, denial, contradiction, misdirection, trivialization, projection, and blame shifting. They isolate you from your support system. Trust your gut instinct. Don't dismiss your feelings. The gaslighter wants you to doubt yourself. Breaking free is challenging but possible. Rebuild your support system. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or a therapist. Escaping a gaslighting situation is only the first step. Reclaiming your reality involves rebuilding self-esteem and trusting your judgment. This process takes time, patience, and self-compassion. Be kind to yourself as you navigate the aftermath of emotional abuse. Seek professional help to process your experiences and develop coping mechanisms. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who validate your feelings. Reclaiming your reality is about rediscovering your voice and inherent worthiness. We encourage you to share your spiritual journey with us in the comments below. What are your experiences? What tips or insights have you gained? Let's connect and support each other on this path of self-discovery. See you soon here on Psyche and Soul with Marcus.